ask you something. How many times have you stayed up all night running through every what-if scenario? How many opportunities have you let slip through your fingers because you were stuck in your head, paralyzed by the fear of failure? Overthinking isn't just a bad habit, it's a trap. It's a mental cage that keeps you from moving forward, from taking risks, from living the life you deserve. Shit. But here's the truth. Breaking free from overthinking isn't as complicated as it feels. Today, I'm going to show you how to silence the noise, find clarity, and take action. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. By the time we're done, you'll have the tools to shift from hesitation to action, from fear to confidence, and from stuck to unstoppable. Stay with me, because the next few moments could be the turning point in your life, the moment you decide to stop overthinking and start doing. Ready to break free? Let's get to work. Would you like me to proceed with the full speech? Overthinking is the silent killer of dreams. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. And that's what makes it so dangerous. You sit there replaying every scenario, every possible outcome, trying to make the perfect decision. And in that moment, time slips through your fingers. Opportunities pass you by, not because you weren't ready, not because you weren't capable, but because you were stuck in analysis, paralyzed by fear, doubt, and second-guessing yourself. The truth is, overthinking creates problems that weren't even there to begin with. It magnifies your insecurities and convinces you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or prepared enough to take the next step. And while you're trapped in that cycle, someone else, someone who didn't overthink, took the chance, made the leap, and seized the opportunity that could have been yours. It's not the lack of resources, connections, or time that holds you back. It's your own mind. Your dreams are waiting, but they won't wait forever. You can either let overthinking continue to control you, or you can decide right here and now to break free from the endless loop and choose action over hesitation. The choice is yours. What will it be? Clarity is power. When your mind is cluttered with endless thoughts and possibilities, it's like trying to drive through a thick fog. You can't see the road ahead. Every turn feels uncertain. Overthinking thrives in confusion, in the chaos of too many choices and too much hesitation. But when you simplify your thoughts and focus on what truly matters, everything begins to change. Think about it. When you're clear on what you want, your actions have purpose. You move with confidence because you're no longer distracted by the what-ifs or paralyzed by indecision. Clarity gives you direction. It's the difference between wandering aimlessly and running toward a target with laser focus. The problem is most people never take the time to get clear. They're too busy analyzing, doubting, and second-guessing themselves. But clarity doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from deciding. When you strip away the unnecessary, when you cut through the noise and identify what really matters, you reclaim your power. Don't let overthinking steal your focus. Get clear, take aim, and move forward with purpose. That's how you break the cycle. That's how you win. Fear is the fuel of overthinking. Every time you hesitate, every time you replay a scenario over and over in your mind, fear is the one pulling the strings. It whispers in your ear, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if they judge you? Fear doesn't need to shout. It just plants the seed of doubt and lets you do the rest. But here's the thing, fear only has as much power as you give it. Most of the time, the things you're afraid of aren't even real. They're just shadows in your mind, amplified by your imagination. Fear thrives in uncertainty. And the more you overthink, the bigger those shadows become. The only way to beat fear is to face it. Action is fear's greatest enemy. When you stop thinking and start doing, fear loses its grip. You prove to yourself, step by step, that you are capable, that you are strong enough, and that those what-ifs weren't as scary as they seemed. Fear will always be there, but you get to decide if it's in the driver's seat or just a passenger along for the ride. Face it, challenge it, and watch how quickly overthinking loses its power. Self-doubt is the breeding ground of overthinking. It's that little voice inside your head that questions every move you make, every decision you consider. Are you sure you can do this? What if you fail? What will people think? And before you know it, you're caught in a loop, second-guessing yourself until the moment passes and the opportunity fades. But here's what you need to know. Doubt is normal. Everyone feels it at some point. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of doubt. It's how they respond to it. Successful people don't let doubt paralyze them. They use it as fuel to build discipline. Self-discipline is the antidote to self-doubt. It's the habit of showing up even when you don't feel ready, of taking action even when you're unsure. Discipline isn't about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite the fear. Every time you act in the face of doubt, you weaken its hold on you. You prove to yourself that you're capable, that you're strong enough, and that your dreams are worth the risk. Turn your self-doubt into self-discipline. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Make the decision to act and watch how quickly your confidence grows. The more you do, the less room there is for doubt to control you. Action beats analysis every time. You can spend hours, days, even years trying to figure out the perfect plan, but while you're busy analyzing, someone else is out there doing. The truth is, no amount of thinking will ever guarantee success because real progress only happens when you take action. Overthinking tricks you into believing you need all the answers before you start. It tells you to wait until you're ready, until you're 100% sure. But here's the reality. You'll never be completely ready. Life doesn't work that way. The only way to learn, to grow, and to succeed is to take that first step, even when you're uncertain. Action creates momentum, and momentum is what gets results. Even small actions taken consistently can lead to massive breakthroughs. When you act, you gain clarity. You figure out what works and what doesn't. You learn faster, adapt quicker, and build confidence along the way. Thinking doesn't do that. Doing does. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop trying to predict every outcome. Take the step, make the move, and trust that you'll figure it out as you go. Because in the end, it's not the overthinker who wins. It's the doer. Overthinking is a thief, and its greatest prize is your time. Every moment you spend stuck in your head, debating, doubting, and hesitating is a moment you'll never get back. Time is your most valuable resource, yet overthinking robs you blind. 1 second at a time. Think about this. How many hours, days, or even weeks have you lost going back and forth over a decision? How often have you replayed the same scenarios, only to end up exactly where you started? Time doesn't wait for you to get it together. While you're trapped in the cycle of overthinking, opportunities slip by, memories aren't made, and progress isn't achieved. The time trap of overthinking is dangerous because it feels productive. It tricks you into believing you're preparing, planning, or being thorough. But preparation without execution is just procrastination in disguise. The longer you stay in your head, the harder it becomes to move. You can't afford to waste your most precious resource. The clock is ticking, and every second counts. Decide today to value your time over your doubts. Take action, because the only way to make the most of your time is to stop overthinking and start living. Mental toughness is the key to silencing the inner critic. That voice inside your head, the one that points out every flaw, every mistake, every reason you might fail. It's not going anywhere. But the good news is, you don't have to listen to it. Mental toughness isn't about ignoring the voice. It's about learning to overpower it. The inner critic thrives on your insecurities. It feeds on your fears and amplifies them, making every challenge seem bigger than it really is. But here's the truth. That voice isn't your reality. It's just noise. And the stronger your mindset, the quieter that noise becomes. Building mental toughness starts with recognizing that you control the narrative. When the inner critic says you're not good enough, you counter it with, I'm more than capable. When it says you're going to fail, you respond with, failure is just part of the process. Toughness is about training your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. Every time you challenge your inner critic, you weaken its grip. You prove to yourself that you're stronger than the doubts, louder than the negativity, and more resilient than the fear. With mental toughness, you take back control, and overthinking doesn't stand a chance. Yes. Building a bias toward action is how you create unstoppable momentum. Overthinking keeps you stuck in neutral, analyzing every possible scenario but never moving forward. Action, on the other hand, is the engine that drives progress. The more you act, the easier it becomes to keep going. And that momentum is what separates the achievers from the overthinkers. Developing a bias toward action means training yourself to default to doing, not doubting. When a decision presents itself, instead of falling into the trap of, what if this goes wrong, you shift to, what's the first step I can take? It's about focusing less on perfect outcomes and more on immediate progress. Momentum is powerful because it builds confidence. With every action you take, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You learn from the process, adapt, and grow. Each step forward makes the next one easier, and before you know it, you're miles ahead of where you started. All because you decided to act instead of overthink. Stop waiting for the perfect plan or the perfect moment. Start small, but start now. Build that bias toward action and let momentum carry you toward your goals. Overthinking can't keep up with a mind that's in motion. The 5-second rule is a powerful tool to overcome hesitation and beat overthinking at its own game. Here's how it works. When an ideal opportunity or decision crosses your mind, you have exactly 5 seconds to act on it before your brain starts creating excuses, doubts, and distractions. 5 seconds. That's all it takes for overthinking to creep in and paralyze you. This rule isn't about being impulsive. It's about disrupting the habit of hesitation. When you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you shift your focus from your doubts to your decision. You give yourself just enough time to take that first step before fear has the chance to stop you. Think about how many times you've hesitated, waiting for the perfect moment or overanalyzing the right choice. Every time you delay, you're giving overthinking more control. But with the 5-second rule, you flip the script. You turn hesitation into action, and in doing so, you build confidence and momentum. The beauty of this rule is its simplicity. You don't need more time, more resources, or more preparation. All you need is 5 seconds of courage to step out of your head and into action. Use it and watch how quickly you start breaking free from overthinking. Overthinking can easily turn into a barrier between you and your potential. But when you learn to channel your mind instead of letting it control you, you can transform overthinking into overachieving. The key is realizing that your mind is a tool, not an obstacle. It has the power to create incredible results, but only if you direct it with purpose. Stop allowing your thoughts to run wild and distract you from your goals. Instead, train yourself to focus on what's important, on taking steps toward your success, no matter how small. Every thought, every idea, every decision can be used to propel you forward. You just have to make sure you're using them as fuel, not as a source of fear or hesitation. When you shift your mindset, overthinking no longer holds you back. Instead, it pushes you toward action, strategy, and growth. You become aware of your potential to achieve, not because you have all the answers, but because you have the ability to keep moving, learning, and adapting. The true power lies in your ability to take imperfect action, knowing that every step, no matter how messy, leads you closer to your dream. Remember, overthinking is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. Shift your focus from doubting yourself to believing in your ability to act. Channel your mind, take control, and turn overthinking into overachieving. Your success is waiting on the other side of your hesitation. It's time to stop thinking and start doing.